Very good afternoon and you're welcome to Duggan Park in Ballinasloe. It's the county final for 2022 between Sarsfields and Oranmore Maree, and right now both teams are out on the field. Sarsfields down to our right hand side in their green jerseys. We'll go through the Sarsfields team to start off then today. In goal, number 1 Laura Glynn, full back line of Rachel Kelly, Laura Ward the vice captain, and Kate Gallagher. A half back line of Tara Kenny, Maria Cooney and Joanne Daly. At midfield is the partnership of number 8 Clodagh McGrath and number 9 the captain Niamh McGrath. And a full forward line of Clara Donoghue at 10, 11 Sarah Spellman and 12 Rachel Murray. Full forward line of 13 Shannon Corcoran, 14 Siobhan McGrath and 15 Cora Kenny. Oranmore Maree of course are back here 12 months on after losing out to Sarsfields in the county final at the very same venue 12 months ago. They're starting 15 as they warm up down to our left hand side in their blue jerseys. As in goal number 1 Tara Holland, a full back line of 2 Maureen Kane, 3 Ciara Hannafy and 4 Niamh Black. Half back line of 5 Tara Lawrence, 6 Christina Brennan, 7 Roisin Black. The half back line of 8 Aisling Finn the vice captain and 9 Lauren O'Dea. The half forward line of 10 Niamh Hannafy, 11 Emer O'Donovan and 12 Sacra Mannion. And the full forward line of number 13 Amy Connolly, 14 Ailish O'Reilly and 15 Rachel Hannafy. The management team of manager Barry Lanand, coach Dara Keneally, selectors Willie Burke and Shane Hines, and strength and conditioning Colin Donoghue. In the background team of course as always for Sarsfields for the last number of years, Michael Hopper McGrath, Olive Costello and Kevin Ward, physio Mary Kyle, Mayor Ishka, come on, Alan Ward, Leisha McGrath and Emily Dillon. Delighted to be joined on co-commentary today once again by Imelda Hobbins. Imelda, great to be back at the county final here in Duggan Park in Ballinasloe. The weather is good, both teams deserve this after having played in horrendous conditions over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, and in fairness I think it's going to be quite difficult down here today. We've had a lot of rain over the last couple of days and the pitch has to be greasy, but at the moment it looks fine out there. But you're going to see probably a good bath out here for a finish. But look at both teams deserve to be here. They've come through the championship. They're two strong teams and it'll be, I'm sure, down to the wire.
Absolutely, as we're about to pause here in Duggan Park in Ballinasloe for a rendition of Oranmore Maree prior to throw in. Well, you can hear the roars in the background there from the respective supporters. It's absolutely packed here in Duggan Park in Ballinasloe. Everybody waiting in anticipation of this 2022 Camogie final. Sarsfields will play from right to left in the first half as we see Siobhan McGrath go towards full forward down to her left hand side. It'll be Oranmore Maree attacking the town goal here down towards the scoreboard end. The referee Sean Burns is in the middle of the field. The sideline official this side I think is Gordon Duan. As we'll see who's over on the far side in a couple of moments. It looks like it could be it's a little bit away from us, but Gordon on duty this side, wired up to referee Sean Burns and the umpires and other linesmen on the far side of the field. Interesting to see how the first few minutes go here, because this could lay down a marker, particularly when we look out at the likes of Maria Cooney there. How good is she? I see Niamh McGrath has gone centre forward as well, so lots of changes all around the place here.
Yeah, there's no huge one for Niamh McGrath supposed to go centre forward, because I would always rate her a very strong player at midfield. She covers an awful lot of ground at club level, so that'll be an interesting move.
Ball is in by Sean Burns. We're up and underway in the 2022 Galway Senior Camogie final as a ruck develops in the middle of the field. Observing from a distance is referee Sean Burns as That ball may not be going to go out there as two Sarsfields players go to ground, Niamh McGrath and Sarah Spellman, so the referee's going to have to throw this in. I see straight away there's a number 17, Claude Power, on the Oranmore Maree side, different from the programme as the ball breaks in the middle of the field. Oranmore Maree now with the first chance to get the ball forward, down to our right hand side, in it goes towards the centre forward channel, but plenty of pressure being put on there by the Sarsfields defenders. In there is Joanne Daly trying to come out with it for Sarsfields. Already we've had a couple of rucks in there, the referee allowing play to continue as it's going to be a free now outside the 45 metre line, and the first scoring opportunity of the county final will come to Oranmore Maree. We're 51 seconds into the game and it's been a helter-skelter since the throw-in. It's nobody has got clear possession, but the upshot of it all, Imelda, is an opportunity here for Ailish O'Reilly from about 47 metres out.
Yeah, just overcarry there by one of the Sarsfields player, and this is a good opportunity for Oranmore and indeed for Ailish O'Reilly to get on the scoreboard.
She lifts, she strikes, it's on its way, it's up, it's over the bar. The roars in the background are from Oranmore Maree if they get the opening score. And that one comes just inside after the first minute here. Oranmore Maree through Ailish O'Reilly get the opening score of the county final, and that was from a free for her. The ball breaks in the middle of the field, trying to get onto it there with Joanne Daly, but it's back out the field. Oranmore Maree now in possession through their midfielder Aisling Finn, the vice captain, but Claude McGrath trying to come away with it, does well to get the hand pass away initially, but it's picked up and passed out this side of the field towards the centre forward Emer O'Donovan. Emer goes to ground, and in to take it is Kate Gallagher. Gets it up along the line towards Niamh McGrath. That's good work by the Sarsfields midfielder. Drives it forward, but there's nobody in particular up there coming out to try and put the pressure on the Siobhan McGrath. But it's Oranmore Maree in numbers back there that have it. Holding on to the ball, the referee says a foul on the blue jersey as Niamh McGrath and Roisin Black get to know each other as if they didn't know each other already. I think county goes out the window today.
Absolutely, it's all down to the club. I think when you put on your club jersey, like you said, the county goes out the window, so there should be a few good tussles here today, Tommy.
Clock says just over 2 minutes gone. One score to report as the ball is drifted over to the far side of the field. Going back to try and get to it there is Rachel Kelly for Sarsfields. Does well. Step back inside. Needs support. The support will come from Tara Kenny. And Kenny off to Maria Cooney. Short little pass from Maria Cooney to Niamh McGrath. Close to the sideline on the far side of the field. Too close and out over the sideline. It'll be a sideline ball to Oranmore Maree in the opening stages here in Duggan Park in Banlasloe. Oranmore Maree now whip that one, but whip it out over the sideline on the far side of the field. Just talk about the weather. We spoke about it at the start, Imelda, but today it's perfect for camogie or whatever GAA sport you're into. I mean, there's no big breeze, little bit blowing across towards the far corner, but ideal for a county final, really. Oh
yeah, and I mean we even had the sunshine here in November, which is unreal. I suppose again it's just you would be concerned about all the rain we've had and how the pitch will hold out, but at the moment everything is looking good.
That sideline has gone out over the sideline on the far side of the field as well, so both sides guilty of poor striking. 3 minutes and 20 seconds gone. Oranmore Maree 1 point, Sarsfields no scores. The Sun visits us once again in Banlasloe. Way over on the far side will be the sideline for Oranmore Maree. Well struck this time, out towards the centre of the field it goes. Trying to get onto it there is the cornerback Kate Gallagher for Sarsfields. Off to Niamh McGrath. Niamh now being hunted down by not one, two or three players as she sends it in towards Siobhan McGrath. First time for Siobhan McGrath to try to get onto it, but she's outnumbered there, and outnumbered big time. Niamh McGrath goes to ground as Siobhan eventually picks it up, but she's way out from goal. Pop little pass back out towards it was Rachel Murray that picked it up. Lovely ball over the far side of the field towards Sarah Spellman in acres of space. The centre half forward with the green jersey and green helmet winds up off the left. Is she going for the equalising score? Sarah Spellman, it's high and it's over the bar. Well worked, hard work score by Sarsfields. It was ball was over this sideline, it was worked all the way over. Great score by Sarah Spellman.
Oh, absolutely, and I suppose that's one thing that Oranmore are going to have to watch. You can see there are three players follow each of McGrath when she got on the ball, and of course she will be a player that will be watched today, but when you have three players you're going to have somebody else loose, and in fairness to Sarah, she took full opportunity of being loose and got a great point. Great
point to level it up here in the early stages. We've played just 4.5 minutes of action as the crowd continues to pour its way into Duggan Park and Banlasloe. Again, the ball, the busiest linesman on so far in this game is the man over on the far side for sure, but it's play has been played in the bright sunshine on the far side. A little bit of a shade in front of the stand here down in front of us from our vantage point in our commentary position as Maria Cooney tries to shield the sun from her eyes as she goes to strike this one. Doesn't get a great strike on it, comes back off and into an Oranmore Maree hand. Now the chance is on for O'Donovan from way out the field. O'Donovan strikes it high, O'Donovan sends it in, sends it up and over the bar. Quick response. 1 point for Sarsfields, 2 for Oranmore Maree. And Oranmore Maree's first point from play comes from Emer O'Donovan.
Oh yeah, so far you have to say that's the score of the day. Super point, good way, long way out. She just kept her cool, got a great strike in straight over the bar.
2 points to 1. As Sarsfield's wing back, Joanne Daly encouraged to strike for Clodagh McGrath. Shot comes in from Tara Kinney from out the field. Too much on that, is there is. Siobhan McGrath thought about following it for a moment, but it's gone out for the first wide of the game. It comes to Sarsfields, 5.5 when it's gone. 2 points Oranmore, 1 point. Sarsfields puck out taken quickly towards the wing back. Roisin Black, the vice captain, gets the long clearance in. It's direct hurling from Oranmore Maree, as Ailish O'Reilly's been put under all sorts of pressure by Maria Cooney. And just by looking at her there, she doesn't seem to be hobbling or anything, or any difficulty in moving, so she must have got a good bit of treatment in the last 2 weeks.
In fairness, and you can see already, I suppose, why Hopper did want to start her. She's very much in this game already, and she's such a reader of the game, of course, Maria, so she's very strong, a huge advantage there to have her.
Yeah, and a great strike of the ball off play and off freeze, as well as that ball is sent in now towards Kinney inside at the corner forward. Cora Kinney being put under pressure there, and as the Oranmore Maree defence deal well with it back there. The ball comes out now towards the middle of the field, picked up by a blue jersey, and driving forward now is Rachel Hannafy. Goes on a solo run towards the 45 metre line, has a look at the post, strikes it off the left, strikes it high, strikes it in and strikes it over the bar. Oranmore Maree are here with a purpose as Rachel Hannafy fires that one between the uprights. Excellent point. The second point from play for Oranmore Maree comes in the 7th minute. 3 points to 1, and it's you can see that they're intent on doing damage when they get the ball.
Yeah, in fairness to Rachel Hannafy, she took a great run, took a look, and again a good distance out, a great strike. So Oranmore Maree are definitely here, I think. Yeah,
very much trying to make up for the heartache of last year, 12 months ago, in the same venue here. They lost out 2 goals. Crucially, the difference between the sides that day, as Sarsfields went on to win the county final and went on to win another All-Ireland title as well. Siobhan McGrath has been fouled on the far side of the field. Going out to take it is the captain, Niamh McGrath, about 40 metres out, a little bit more maybe, 5 metres in from the sideline, difficult enough angle, and she's looking to get Sarsfield's second point here. We'll have a look at the breeze in a moment. It might be favouring a little bit, I think, to Oranmore Maree towards that corner down there as Niamh McGrath gets a strike in. That's a lovely free by Niamh McGrath, that's gone high and over the bar. 2 points to 3 now. Niamh McGrath opens her account. That's all coming courtesy of the free won by Siobhan over there. She is dangerous when she gets out in front.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. In fairness, and I suppose she's got the speed. She plays very low to the ground, so it's hard to mark her. But in fairness to Niamh, there, great finish there to the free.
Niamh Hannafy in a race for possession here with 2 Sarsfields player. The ball goes into a divot, and again there's going to be a little bit of a scrummage going on here for a moment. Who's going to come out with it? It's the Sarsfields girl that comes out with it. She gets a good ball out towards the centre. Not picked up here. Niamh McGrath is going to have to go in there and try and help out Clara Donoghue, who just saw the ball spill from her possession. Sean Burns, the referee, keeping a close eye to see will this come out. Sacramanian in there for Oranmore Maree. There's at least 12 players involved in this. The referee says nothing is going to come of that, so we're going to go back and have a throw-in ball. Just the 1 point between the sides. 3 points for Oranmore Maree, 2 points for Sarsfields. Referee throws the ball in eventually, and again they go to ground, and I think we're going to see a lot of that today. It's just, the teams are trying to just outnumber each other, but outcoming with it there is that Niamh Hannafy gets the pass away. Niamh McGrath tries to get it up, but it just won't come up off the ground. In the end, it's picked up there, is it by Clodagh McGrath. Back comes towards Tara Kinney, and Kinney completes the clearance over to the far side of the field. Coming out towards the race out for that is Cora Kinney. Kinney does well now to try and go past the Oranmore defence. Comes back towards the centre forward, Sarah Spellman. Spellman now sends a lovely ball inside. A little bit of space in here for Sarsfield, bearing down on goal. The shot comes in. It should be a goal for Sarsfield. It is a goal, and it looks to me Shannon Corcoran is the one that has buried it to the back of the net, and that all stemmed from the throw in back down here. Shannon Corcoran set up in there in the end to rifle the ball to the back of the net, and Corcoran, the young corner forward, gets in. Always good for a goal. It comes in the 10th minute. Sarsfields get the goal and get the opening goal of the county final.
Yeah, you can see how well that was worked from Tara Kinney to Cora Kinney right into Corcoran, and in fairness, she knew what she was going to do and straight in the back of the net.
And she's done it again. She put it over the bar as you were speaking, Imelda. 1-1 in a matter of seconds, inside a minute, from Shannon Corcoran, has put Sarsfields 1-3 to 3 points ahead. a point to the earlier goal by the corner forward has now seen them come from 3-2 down to lead 1-3 to 3 points. 10 minutes gone. It's all happening here in the Duggan Park in Ballinasloe in the 2022 Galway Senior Camogie final. Ball drilled inside. The referee's going to go back for the free, and that'll be a free for Oranmore out around the middle of the field on the far side. But we've seen Sarsfields before, you know, even go back 12 months ago, they got 2 goals here, maybe a little bit. Oranmore Maree weren't expecting them when they arrived and when they got them, but they were crucial in the end. They did go on and win by 9, but those 2 goals we talked about earlier, and now the first goal of the game as well is always critical.
Yeah, in fairness, they're a great team to get goals, and they seem to be able to create the space inside, and they're all so dangerous in there. You know, you think you might have your eye on Siobhan McGrath, and then you have the likes of Shannon Corcoran who'll nip in behind. They always seem to hunt in packs as well, and it's very hard for defence like Oranmore Maree to keep, I suppose, watch on them the whole time. But that's the one thing about Sarsfield, I suppose. You think you might have them and you're going well, and next thing they'll start to bang in a goal. But look at, as I said, Oranmore Maree are here for purpose as well, and we've seen what they can do. So it's very early stages yet, Tommy.
Absolutely early stages. 3 points separating the sides here after 11 and a half minutes as Clodagh gets the ball away. That's Clodagh McGrath towards Tara Kinney, and Tara Kinney now strikes it over to the far side of the field, looking for Clara Donoghue. Donoghue now being shadowed over there. Also over there is Rachel Murray. Rachel Murray now goes on a little bit of a solo run, fired up over there in the red helmet. Still going forward now is Rachel Murray, having a look at the post, drops it in around the house, in out to the right hand side and wide. The goalkeeper would tell us that was always going right. Second wide for Sarsfields, 1 for Oranmore Maree, and Sarsfields lead by 1-3 to 3 points.
Yeah, and in fairness, you can see there again the game that Sarsfields are playing. They're very much trying to open up the forwards, give room to the forwards. Tara Kinney out there again with her second ball, and again diagonal across the field. It's all about creating space, and you can see they have the work done in the training ground. As
Emer O'Donovan now drives forward for Oranmore Maree past the halfway line towards the 45, sends a lovely ball in towards Ailish. Ailish is knocked to ground there, brilliantly won by Tara Kinney, but it comes back out to Donovan, back to Ailish O'Reilly. She'll go for a point from here, but she's blocked down. Plenty of Sarsfield's numbers there. Her hurl is being held. The referee is going to play advantage. A chance here now for Hannafy. Hannafy's in. It should be a goal. It is a goal for Oranmore Maree. There's not many left in Oranmore or Maree today by the sign of that roar. The referee's going to give a booking as well here to one of the Sarsfields players, but responded well to the goal. Oranmore Maree get their own through Niamh Hannafy.
Yeah, in fairness, the referee had played advantage. He had given advantage to Ailish O'Reilly as she was going through, so I think that's what the booking is about there. But what a goal there from Rachel Hannafy, and I tell you, when that girl gets the ball in front of goal, she's very, very hard stop. A super goal, and Oranmore Maree right back in this game.
Right back in it, 13 minutes gone, and Oranmore Maree get their opening goal, and level it up at 1-3 apiece. Niamh Hannafy knocks the ball down. Already the goal scorer a couple of moments ago. The shot will come in from out the field out towards Ailish O'Reilly. O'Reilly out in front. One thing on her mind, to go for score. Hits it across, hits the post and comes out and goes wide, would you believe it?
Very unlucky. Just got on the wrong side of the post for Ailish. You know, she did everything right in fairness to her. She turned inside, she had a look, she took a shot. Just very unlucky.
Puck out, lands in the middle of the field, picked up there by Niamh McGrath. McGrath now sends it down towards sister Siobhan in the inside the 45 metre line. Siobhan now taking on not one but two, pulled to the ground in there, and the referee is going to give a free in to Siobhan McGrath. She's as dangerous when she gets out in front, gets in front of the player. You know, she's so low to her centre of gravity is so low. There's no way to stop her. No way. They have to foul her, and that's it.
Oh, absolutely. She just, as I said, she plays so low down, and you know, you have to come in from behind. And either way, I think you always look like, even if you're not fouling her, I think you even look like you're fouling her. And she has the cuteness now. She has the experience as well, and she knows how to play. It's a super player.
Well, she's going to take this one herself, Siobhan McGrath. Siobhan gets the strike on it. Has she got enough on it? The umpire says she has. She's put it high and over the bar. Siobhan McGrath opens her account in the county final, puts Sarsfields ahead 1-4 to 1-3. So Siobhan answers the Niamh Hannafy goal with a free just a couple of minutes later. We're in the 15th minute. We're only halfway through this first half, and the sides can only be separated by one score, 1 point to Sarsfields, 1-4 to 1-3, as the ball is batting for her down the front. It was a great day already and a great start for Oranmore Maree as they won the minor under 17 hurling final as well, as Niamh McGrath sees the ball come away from her. Clodagh, the sisters, in there to help, trying to get the ball forward, holds onto it, gets the hand pass back towards Maria Cooney. Maria Cooney delivers it long inside, but there's no one in there in particular. Siobhan McGrath is going to have to do a lot of running to put the pressure on in there as Oranmore Maree clear the ball long down towards the girl wearing number 12, or number 17, I think it is Clodagh Power, gets the shot in. Putting up the hand in there is the cornerback Rachel Kelly, putting the pressure on for Sarsfields, but there's a 3 against 3 over there. His bodies go to the ground once again. The clock tells us 15 minutes gone in the first half. Sarsfields 1-4, Oranmore Maree 1-3, and once again we'll have a throw-in ball. No love lost between the two teams, has to be said.
Absolutely not, but then again I suppose it is a county final. It's 100% all to play for here, so I think any loyalty or friendship goes out the window.
Well, for 30 plus minutes anyway.
Yeah.
Absolutely, as Oranmore Maree go in search of overturning the county and All-Ireland champions, as that ball is drilled out towards the centre half forward, Sarah Spellman. Sarah's fouled, and that will be a free out for Sarsfields, back on their own 45 metre line. Who's going to come back and take this one? At centre back, the obvious choice should be Maria Cooney. It's in her territory, so she's going to line this one up. Maria Cooney, lots of doubts about the Sarsfields and Galway Star participation in this year's final, but very much put to bed in the early stages here. If anything to go by the way she's played so far, she looks strong, she looks fit, and is deserving of her place on the team. As the ball breaks out towards Niamh McGrath, Niamh McGrath goes to ground, no foul, says the referee. Again, we've witnessed a lot of scrappy play in this opening half, some good patches of play as well, 2 great goals, and some number of good points as well. As the ball is sent inside towards Shannon Corcoran, it skips her, comes into Siobhan McGrath. Siobhan McGrath now bearing down the goal, lovely little hand pass over the top, a chance here for Sarsfields, the shot comes in, it's in the back of the net. That's a goal for Sarsfields, goal number 2. We'll give you the scorer in a moment. Set up by Siobhan McGrath, lovely ball inside, picked it up, ran at the defence. Sarsfields get their second goal, and we'll see who it is in a moment. To me it looks like it could be Cora Kinney on the far side, confirmed by Imelda Hobbins. Eagle eye here beside me sees that one go into the back of the net, and that goal comes on the 17th minute. Another goal, a goal for Sarsfields. Sarsfields 2-4, Oranmore Maree 1-3. I tell you, if you're not in Duggan Park and Ballinasloe, I hope you're watching or listening to this game, because it's absolutely brilliant from start to finish so far, and we've only played 17 and a half minutes. It's full of action, overcarrying as it. The referee says it's going to be a free in the middle of the field. It will be to Oranmore Maree. Ailish O'Reilly wants to come out and take it, but it'll be taken by Emer O'Donovan. And once again in a county final, second year in a row, Sarsfields have got 2 early goals. Yeah,
and of course, like again, I suppose you have to say Siobhan McGrath is very much involved inside there, and you know she's very, very hard to stop. And of course then you have the runners coming in, and you know I suppose for Oranmore Maree it's now about trying to close that down, and you know I suppose that we'll have to try and put someone each side of Siobhan McGrath, try and close that, because she is in the centre setting up the scores, and you know it is very, as I said, it's very, very difficult because she's just buzzing around there, but this is where she's kind of the key player up there, and this is where the scores are coming from, so the Oranmore Maree needs to do something there.
Emer O'Donovan drops this one in around the house. Ball missed initially by Maria Coney, tipped out over the line at the expense of 65 by the goalkeeper Laura Glynn. Dangerous.
I think we have to realise as well that the sun is probably beaming down there as well, so it's probably very, very hard for the girls to see, and it's hard to judge. So again, I suppose they just need to call inside there.
45 then for Ailish O'Reilly to try and reduce the deficit back to a 3-point ball game. 18 and a half minutes gone in the first half.
It's a good complaint, I suppose, Tommy, to when you think about the sun is in the horizon in November, so we won't complain about that.
We've had enough of dark days in the last week around the country, and around Galway in particular, as O'Reilly takes that and makes no mistake. 1-4 now for Oranmore Maree, 2-4 for Sarsfields. 19 minutes gone as Ailish O'Reilly gets another point, this time from a free. It's her second. Got the opening score as well from the free. Niamh McGrath now trying to go forward, turn back outside, had to go back on her left, gets the shot in, but that's a heavy tackle coming in on Niamh McGrath from Rachel Hannafy. The referee is going to call her over. It's a late enough tackle. It'll probably be a free from where the ball lands, but I think the intention of Rachel Hannafy was just to get the block in, but you know, if you don't get it on time, it's milliseconds that can put you off and can force you to give away the free.
Yeah, and Siobhan, in fairness, or Niamh went down there fairly quick as well, so she is sitting up now again. She looks okay, but I think it is going to be that type of game though, Tommy. It's going to be physical. As I said, there's a lot to fight for here, and you're going to see ruts and that, and you know, even looking out at some of the girls that's out there, and you think they wouldn't be physical players, but I tell you, when one of these girls run into you, they're so fit now and they have all their core work done. I tell you feel it.
Absolutely. I'm just looking at number 30 and number 31 on the Sarsfields programme. Orla McGrath and Erica Leslie, 2 huge stars for Sarsfields over the last number of years as well. Both of them out with injury, and they're huge loss, aren't they?
Oh yeah, and in fairness to Sarsfield, I said this is probably their worst year they've had for injuries. They have had some obviously very serious injuries, but they have those niggly injuries as well that's preventing girls from playing. So I suppose from Harper's point of view, he'll be just hoping to get through today and get a bit of time to get the girls back. But as I said earlier, I think Oranmore Maree will have a say in that.
Siobhan McGrath with a free that's tailing out towards the right hand side and wide. It never looked on target. It's the third wide of the half as Oranmore Maree trail by 2-4 to 1-4. It's been an eventful opening 21 minutes here in Duggan Park in Ballinasloe. As the puck out comes from Tara Holland down this side of the field. Emer Donovan misses it and is picked up by the Sarsfields player. Play on to the referee as the ball is sent in towards the centre half forward channel. Christina Brennan in there. Shannon Corcoran in there for Sarsfields as well. Our view just blocked a little bit for them momentarily here as we look at the wing forward. Rachel Murray picked that up from somewhere. Is that a charge? The referee says no, play on. And the ball is drilled up towards the centre half forward channel. Dangerous here now for Oranmore as Ailish O'Reilly tries to get onto it. Again, the referee's going to stop play to throw it in. I think what Sarsfields were calling for was a free there for barging by the Oranmore defender, but the referee saw no harm in the Oranmore player coming out and clearing the ball. But the ball now breaks in the middle of the field again for Sarsfields have it, and the referee says there's been a tug back. That'll be a free. Well, Clodagh McGrath wants to take it. Maria Cooney was going to take it, but Clodagh takes it quickly. And why wouldn't she? Up to her sister Siobhan, who had alerted her that that's where she was going to be. If this goes over the bar, that has to be a super score. Siobhan McGrath set up brilliantly by the free by Clodagh McGrath. I think even the supporters in the stand were saying for Clodagh to leave it to Maria Cooney or whatever, no, but Clodagh had spotted the move long before anybody else in Duggan Park. He spotted Siobhan ready, and that's a great score. Yeah,
and you can see there that Siobhan, as I said, she runs even before the ball is hit. They just know each other, I suppose, so well, and they knew exactly what way the ball was going to come in.
22 minutes gone. Sarsfields 2-5, Oranmore Maree 1-4. Stoppage in play. A free to Oranmore Maree, which will be taken by their centre forward. It's really difficult to see the numbers on the front of the jerseys, but we take it that it's Emer O'Donovan. She's been taking the long distance frees since the start. 22 and a half minutes gone. She's going to launch this one in around the house again. Dangerous ball dropping in. Who's back there? Maria Cooney mopping up in a sweeper roll and gets it away, not just to anybody in particular, out towards her teammates on the far side of the field, but Oranmore Maree are there to gather it up, and the ball is delivered up towards Sacra Mannion, stood up on the far side of the field trying to get the ball forward. Good little flick inside now towards Ailish O'Reilly. Ailish now being marshalled over there by two Sarsfields players as the game has kind of dropped its intensity a little bit in the last few minutes, but God help us, it's no harm because they have been at it right from the very throw in here. The intensity is high, the intentions are high, both teams want to win the county final, and here comes Niamh Hanafin. She already got a goal, bearing down on Maria Cooney, still going forward. Chance here now, shot comes in off the upright, would you believe it? It's missed once, it's missed twice as the ball eventually trickles out to the right hand side and wide. A glorious goal chance. Maria Cooney goes to ground, so too does Niamh Hanafin. Both of them stood up to each other, and Maria Cooney, if it's a head injury, it's not too bad, but if it's anything down around the ankle, she could be in trouble from what she carried into this game. Niamh Hanafin gone to ground as well, but what a run by Hanafin and what a shot. The rebound came back and trickled out to the right hand side and wide. It was a glorious opportunity, but it's hard to keep your eyes on everything.
Oh, absolutely. And in fairness, she was in very, very hard luck. It was a dinger of a shot and just, as I said, ricocheted out. And it's just a pity, I suppose, one of the Oranmore girls weren't quick enough just to whisk it into the back of the net. But look, that's what happens, especially in a county final. 24 and a half minutes have elapsed in the opening half. 2-5 for Sarsfields, Oranmore Maree 1-4. And the worry now for Sarsfields is that Maria Cooney has not got up after that tackle with Niamh Hanafin, and we know what she carried into the game, and she is being treated it looks like her ankle that they
looks
were
like her
looking
ankle
at.
again.
Yeah. She's up now, so hopefully she'll be able to play on.
Yeah, she's still talking to the medics out there. Mary Kyle is out there, Olive Costello I think is out there as well. It's a lot of activity down on the sideline here as well as we look out. Michael Hoppen McGrath talking to Orla McGrath. also there talking to Kevin Ward. They're going to have to make a decision, I suppose. You know, if she's carrying that ankle now, and if she's not able to continue, she doesn't look like she's able to continue to meet.
She's a helmet back on, Tommy, though, I think so.
Yeah, she's walking gingerly though, so.
Yeah, no, for sure she is limping. So.
Well,
oh, there we go. She's going to continue.
As the puck out is taken quickly and short, out to Laura Ward. Laura tries to get out through her marker, eventually gets it away towards Tara Kenny. The clock tells us we've 25.5 minutes gone in the first half, 4.5 to go. Pulled on one-handed over there by Niamh McGrath, puts her body on the line again for Sarsfields. As the ball eventually comes up, picked up there by the wing back, Joanne Daly gets it forward towards Cora Kenny. Kenny now in the battle for possession over there with wing forward. As the ball is really, really hard to grasp and hard to get onto. Possession is vital in this county final, and it's right now it's with the girls in blue. As a lovely flick comes through, the referee says play on. Sacramento goes for it over there with two Sarsfields players over on the far side of the field. Again, a battle for possession. (26 minutes and 16 seconds on our stopwatch as Oranmore Maree now go and search for a score or two before half time. The ball drilled forward there towards Clodagh McGrath for Sarsfields. Does well, having a great game in the middle of the field, it has to be said, alongside her sister Niamh today. Doesn't often get the plaudits, but works so hard as the ball comes to Emer O'Donovan. O'Donovan will be fouled and it's going to be a free in. As Kevin Ward not happy with something down there, that the delivery of the ball inside, and you know, Sarsfields need to get that ball into the danger zone inside, because we've seen goals from Shannon Corcoran and Cora Kinney and points by Siobhan McGrath. But this is going to give an opportunity now, just before 3 minutes to go to half time, for Ailish O'Reilly to get her third point and to put 3 points between the sides again. It really is very much in the melting pot here in Duggan Park and Ballinasloe, as O'Reilly strikes this one, strikes it high. She doesn't miss too many of them, that's for sure, and she puts that one sailing between the uprights. The umpires raise the white flag. Ailish O'Reilly with the latest one from a free. 3 points for her. 27 minutes gone, 3 to go to the half-time break. 1-2-5 for Sarsfields. Oranmore Maree, 1 goal and 5 points. Ball breaks in the middle field, picked up by the Oranmore Maree girls. Little flip pass off here towards O'Donovan. O'Donovan will go from a point from out the field. O'Donovan's shot is high, but it's wayward. It's out to the right hand side. The sides are level and wides at 3 wides apiece. But the 2 goals from Sarsfields that came in the 10th and 17th minute, either side of the effort by Niamh Hannafy, and 13 sees that be the difference at 2-5 to 1-5. Picked up here by Niamh McGrath and pulled on first time in towards the corner. Great little ball inside, touched by the Sarsfields player, coming out to try and get to it there with Shannon Corcoran, but it's picked up instead by Cora Kinney. Cora Kinney being pulled on there. The referee says play on. In it goes now to Shannon Corcoran, tries to get the ball away. Lovely little pass out towards Siobhan. Siobhan manages to get it up. Can she get a strike? And she goes to ground. The referee says play on, as defending ruled to be okay in there. Siobhan McGrath went to pull the trigger and go for a point. The ball is on the 21 metre line, but it's going nowhere, only into the hands of the referee, who will throw it in once again. Good work by Sarsfields trying to work the score in there, but equally good work and defensive work by Oranmore Maree as the ball is thrown in and is picked up by the blue jerseys as they try to walk the ball away. But good work there by Rachel Kelly, just absolutely brilliant to get that ball for Sarsfields. Pops it off towards Siobhan, too close for Siobhan to get her hands on that. 28, nearly 29 minutes gone in the first half. Sarsfields 2-5, Oranmore Maree 1 goal and 5 points. As who can get that ball out of there? Roisin Black is in there, I think, for Oranmore Maree. Coming into it there as well as trying to get to it and support is Sarah Spellman. And again, for the umpteenth time today, we're going to have a throw-in ball as we come up towards the half-time whistle. 1 minute of normal time remaining. We'll get the added on time in a couple of moments, but 2-5 to 1-5 in favour of the county and All-Ireland champions, Sarsfields. You nearly could have time to go and have a cup of tea, Imelda, while these rooks are developing.
It's just gone back into another
a little bit scrappy out there, isn't it? The referee has seen spotted a foul, and it's going to be a free out to Oranmore Maree. 2 minutes, Imelda, to be played on, so we've got 2.5 to go.
2.5 to go, yeah, and in fairness, as you said there, the roots are beginning to come more often, and you'll probably see that as the pitch gets more sticky.
Yeah, as that delivery has gone to the centre forward channel, is picked up in there. Oranmore Maree are going to get another free. Sarsfield's not happy with that. Ailish O'Reilly will have a chance to put 2 points between the sides. They trail by 3. She's got 3 already of a personal tally. The referee, Sean Burns, calls for the sliotar.
Yeah, and in fairness, you have to say Eilish O'Reilly very much on song today with her free taking and, working very, very hard. Won that free there, and in fairness, you're well deserved. Working really, really hard, and you can see if she gets any break at all, she's going to be very dangerous inside.
Standing over this one is Eilish O'Reilly. 3 points for her side. Accomplished free taker will take those, as we said earlier, all day long. 2-5 to 1-6. And Eilish O'Reilly makes a point number 4 in injury time. 2-5 to 1-6. Sarsfields create a little bit of trouble for themselves from the puck out, as Emer O'Donovan now tries to drive forward. She still has possession. She's strong. She's moving forward. Sarsfields calling for overcarrying, and the referee says in the end she does overcarry the ball. She's strong at centre forward. She's got, she's got a great catch and a great drive of the ball.
Playing very well and working so hard trying to get the ball in. She's probably unlucky there in fairness. She just, I suppose, ran out of places to go and just support didn't come in quick enough for her.
No love lost between the supporters down in front of us either, between Sarsfields and Oranmore Maree. They're laying their colours to the mast for sure. We're coming up towards half time here in Duggan Park and Ballinasloe. 31 minutes gone, a minute to go. Ball delivered in long in towards Shannon Corcoran on the far side of the field for Sarsfields. Out in front of a marker. Scorer of a goal so far in this game. The young corner forward, very close to the sideline, goes out over the sideline on the far side of the field. And that'll be sideline. You want to watch yourself, Imelda, there, because we're right bang in the heart of real trusty supporters here from both sides. But we are in the final 25 seconds. 31-35 gone on the clock. Sarsfields 2-5. Oranmore Maree 1 goal and 6 points. Is there to be a further score before half time? You'll certainly want to see plenty more of this second half action here with us as well from Duggan Park and Ballinasloe, as Rachel Murray goes forward, tries to get a score, drops it in around the house, but it's going to drop out to the right hand side and wide. Just didn't get enough of purchase on it, as Hopper McGrath down there talking to the sideline officials. And we've reached the half time whistle as Sean Burns called a halt here in Duggan Park and Ballinasloe, and it's the reigning county and All-Ireland champions that go in at the break leading by 2 points. What a first half, Imelda. 3 goals in the 10th and 17th minute from Shannon Corcoran and Cora Kenny for Sarsfields, sandwiched in between a fantastic effort by Niamh Hannafy. Same player saw another goal bound effort come ricocheting back off the post. But at half time, you really do need time to draw your breath, because it's been one of the better county finals, I think.
Oh, for sure. In fairness, both teams put in a great display, some super scores, great goals, as you mentioned there. And we have to remember, we're in November, and you have to realise how sticky it is out there for the girls. So it's an absolutely fantastic first half, and hopefully we'll have more to come in the second. I think Oranmore Maree will be quite happy to position they're in. They're just 2 points down against the county champion, so I think they will be happy. And you can see that they are opening up up front. There is opportunities there. Maybe Eilish O'Reilly needs to get free a little bit more and take on her player a little bit more to get a score. But of course Sarsfield's experience as well, I think we'll see coming through as well in the second half. So it's all to play for. It's going to be a cracker of a second half, hopefully.
All to play for. We look forward to the next 30 minutes. But right now here in Duggan Park and Ballinasloe, we're going to leave you for a few minutes. It's half time in the Galway Senior Camogie Championship final of the year 2022. Half time score: Sarsfields 2 goals and 5 points. Oranmore Maree 1 goal and 6. Thanks very much, and you're welcome back to Duggan Park and Ballinasloe. Sarsfields, the first team back out for the second half here, leading at half time by 2-5 to 1-6 as we look out and wait for the return of the Oranmore Maree side. As you'll hear the roar in the background when they get back into the pitch, as you can hear there now. It's Oranmore Maree right back, ready to go for the start of the second half here in Duggan Park and Ballinasloe. 2-5 to 1-6, and great anticipation, Imelda, at the start of this second half to see where the destination of the county championship will go this year. Will it stay in Sarsfields out around Yuan or Bullon, or will it be going back in the motorway towards Oranmore Maree? Yeah,
and in fairness, at this stage it's very, very hard to call it, but you have to say, I suppose, the team that gets off to the better start here for the first 10 minutes of this second half is going to be crucial for both teams. So it's all about getting a good start here, and as I said, it's going to come down to the wire, and I think this is what a county final is all about.
Absolutely, it's all in readiness then for the start of the second half here. Sarsfields will play from left to right in this second half, and the sun will be the eyes of the goalkeeper Tara Holland of Oranmore Maree at the start of the second half. Maria Cooney looks to be hobbling a little bit there. She tried to get onto that ball and go back to try and gather it. There is Rachel Kelly as the ball split over on the far side of the field as we welcome back our listeners on Galway BFM, as that ball is whipped inside by Lieve McGrath towards Sister Siobhan. She's been chased down over there and marked at the start of this second half by Roisin Black, but she's taken on the defender, looking for a strike at the post, going to drop it in around the house in towards the goalkeeper, who lets it roll in towards the square. She's going to have to get a clearance on it this time, Tara Holland, and she does. Out towards the middle of the field it goes. Hands goes up for it as the ball is knocked to the ground. The referee says the push in the back there by Cora Kenny of Sarsfields on the Oranmore Maree player, and that will be a free in, albeit a long way out. Emer O'Donovan comes out to take it, the centre half forward for Oranmore Maree, and the score remains 2-5 for Sarsfields, Oranmore Maree 1-6. Emer O'Donovan now going to try and launch this one in around the house, and she lifts and strikes it in, low trajectory on this one in the general direction of Ailish O'Reilly. O'Reilly now spins around, looks for the shot, half blocked down there by the Sarsfields defenders, as plenty of green and blue jerseys go in for the ruck. Once again, we must have had at least 20 of those as the ball breaks towards Sacra Mannion. She's the wing forward for Oranmore Maree, trying to gather possession at the second time of asking, does well, pops the pass back out, comes back out towards the girl wearing number 17, who has a shot at the post, but it stays in play. Picked up by Laura Glynn and delivered out to the far side of the field towards the Rachel Murray. Murray out in front of her marker, spins past her, puts the sliotar on the hurl, has support this side of the field, but decides to stay going, still going forward. Now needs to offload it. The referee keeping a close eye on steps, but Rachel Murray still going forward, and again the ball has gone to ground in there. Who has it? The referee not quite sure. He's going to have to throw it in. Two players claiming that they had possession of the ball. The Oranmore Maree supporters shouting steps. And Sean Burns is going to call it back, and he's going to throw it in. We couldn't see any sliotar there on that occasion. It was caught between two players. Sean Burns says, I'm going to have to throw it in, and he throws it in, and it's picked up by Oranmore Maree. The referee says there's a foot trip in there, and it's going to be a free out. Early stages of the second half, Imelda, 2 minutes gone, and again it's huge intensity out there.
Yeah, and in fairness, Rachel Murray doing a super run there. She carried the ball a long, long way in. I think again she probably was looking for a little bit of support there that didn't come her way, and ended up losing it. But what a great run for her.
Sarah Spellman to Niamh McGrath. McGrath now outside the 45 metre line, sends a lovely ball in the direction of Shannon Corcoran. Corcoran spins by her marker, still going forward, tries to get the ball across. The referee says there's a foul initially on the edge of the D, and that will be a free into Sarsfields for a pullback. Siobhan McGrath will come out to take it. She scored 2 points. She set up a goal in the opening half as well for her team, and she'll have a chance to put 3 between the sides inside the opening 3 minutes of the second half. Siobhan McGrath on the edge of the D, down to her right hand side. Stands over, going to strike this left-handed as normal. Has a look at the post, strikes it high and puts it over the bar. The first score of the second half comes to Sarsfield. Siobhan McGrath with that close-in free after a foul on the Sarsfields forward. 3 points now for her, 33 minutes gone in the game.
Yeah, Siobhan be happy with that now to get on the scoreboard there again just after half time. We talked a lot about Siobhan McGrath, but you have to mention here Shannon Corcoran is having a great game in there as well, doing an awful lot of work, winning frees. Very, very busy in there.
Another girl is playing well out there as well. She's playing very deep now, back in the kind of out around the midfield area. Sarah Spellman, she's won the last 2 balls, and Niamh McGrath looking to the sideline here are being told to go back towards the middle of the field. I'm not quite sure if they wanted Maria Cooney up to take this one, but it's going to be Niamh McGrath on the 65 metre line, 5 metres in from the sideline on the far side of the field, side leading by 2-6 to 1-6, and Niamh McGrath, the captain of Sarsfields, with this opportunity to go for a point or to drop it in the danger zone. Lifts, strikes it, it's on its way towards the post, up to go for it, touched out by Siobhan McGrath, who's the quickest to it, the blue jersey onto it, comes back outside towards Cora Kenny. Kenny sends the pass back, the shot comes in towards the goalkeeper Tara Holland, who flicks it out, just bats it out to her defender there, and the ball is cleared out towards the middle of the field. Niamh McGrath puts up the hurl in the middle field, bats it down towards herself, still going forward, doesn't see the Oranmore Maree player behind her. Coming in to help is Kate Gallagher. Niamh McGrath, Kate Gallagher, Sarah Spellman. One work by Sarah Spellman as she goes forward. She's blocked and the referee says it's a foul for a barge. She goes to ground and that's going to be a free out. Sarah Spellman is going to need attention in there, and again, it's a rule we harp on about so many times over the years. You know, barging, or is it barging? But it's deemed to be barging on this occasion, and it's a free out to Oranmore Maree.
Yeah, it's probably a hard one to call as well, you know, because if Sarah was running through, you have to show a clear sidestep, I think, or otherwise you are deemed as barging. But she seemed to be looking down at the ball, and she was, I suppose, met strongly by the Oranmore defender. So as we said, it's always a hard one for a referee to call, but on this occasion he has gone with Oranmore Maree.
Yeah, Sarah Spellman then still receiving attention. 5.5 minutes or thereabouts gone in the second half here in Ballinasloe. 2 goals and 6 points for Sarsfields. Oranmore Maree 1 goal and 6. We just had the solitary 1 point in the opening 5.5 minutes of the second half. That from the stick of Siobhan McGrath from a free, bringing her personal tally to 3 points. 2-6 to 1-6. Roisin Black with the free, puts it up towards the other 45 metre line. The hands goes up, the sticks goes up. It's Tara Kinney back there, or Cora Kinney back there trying to get it for Sarsfields. She sends it up towards Shannon Corcoran, who skips past her marker. Space now for Shannon Corcoran to go forward. Shannon now looking to take on the Oranmore Maree defence, still going. Shannon Corcoran going to take a strike. It's not a great one, it's going to drop into the goalkeeper. Never got the purchase on that one as the ball is spread way over on the far side of the field into a little bit of space now. Coming onto it there is Rachel Hannafy. She'd like to run and take on the Sarsfields defence in that amount of space past the 45 metre line. Still going forward, Rachel Hannafy. The touch comes in by Kate Gallagher. The pressure comes on, and eventually the Oranmore Maree player goes to ground. It was good work, good defensive work, as Maria Cooney gets the ball out from the resulting shock, but only comes as far as Ailish O'Reilly. O'Reilly now driving forward. Ailish O'Reilly is going to get a free for Oranmore Maree, and that's outside the D, and that should be another point for Oranmore Maree. But it's unfortunate for Sarsfields there. Maria Cooney got the hand pass away, but in fairness, Oranmore Maree forwards were alert and got onto it and got the ball to the right girl. Yeah,
I think it was great reading there, in fairness, by Oranmore Maree. And again, Ailish O'Reilly very much on, as we've mentioned, very much in this game, got onto the ball, and as she does, she turned her defender and headed straight for goal and got her free.
Apologies if you can hear anything untoward in the background there, but it is that type of a day here. It is that type of a feeling. It's very tense. Both sets of supporters very much up for this one, as are the players, of course, as O'Reilly strikes it in. It's a low trajectory on that one, but just enough to get it up and over the bar, bringing their tally to 1 goal and 7. Ailish O'Reilly just doesn't miss from frees. It's her 5th of the afternoon here, and it's come in the 37th minute of the contest. 2-6 to 1-7. Ball breaks in the middle of the field now. Chance for Oranmore Maree now to add to that point by Ailish O'Reilly, but there's good work back there by Tara Kinney for Sarsfields, and back to Maria Cooney, who gets the clearance down this side of the field. Hands goes up for, picked out brilliantly there in the middle of the field by Rachel Hannafy. She's beginning to have a little bit of effect in the game, but she's put under a lot of pressure. Sacra Mannion looking for a free there. It doesn't come, however, but it might come back for Oranmore Maree, who are trying to drive forward with the ball. Referee says it's going to be a free, and Oranmore Maree do get the free. Emer O'Donovan will come out to take it. 8 minutes gone in the second half.
You can definitely feel the tension rising here at the moment now, Tommy, in fairness. I suppose the play has come very near the stand here, and the supporters are definitely getting anxious.
Some of them want to be out there, I think, by the very nature, by the body language of some of them. And the free for Oranmore Maree. It's taken by O'Donovan, dropped in high,
Great
sailing in towards the goal. Batted out initially. It's saved in there by Sarsfields. Sarsfields trying to get away with it. Oranmore Maree trying to advance it further towards the goal. Maria Cooney is in there. Sarsfields have it. They're trying to come out with it. The referee is going to signal a free out. A great defensive work in there by Sarsfields to manage to get that ball away from the danger, because that ball was dropping into that small parallelogram in there and there was danger written all over it.
Oh, 100%. In fairness, she got a great strike into it, and it was a danger ball coming in, I suppose, down in top of Laura Glynn, you could say. I think it was Laura Glynn that got the touch to it. And I suppose, again, you'd have a great full back line there with Sarsfields, with Rachel Kelly, Laura Ward and Kate Gallagher. So between them all, they got the ball out.
Puck out goes astray, or the free goes astray, but it's given straight back to Sarsfields by Oranmore Maree, and in it goes towards Cora Kinney, half blocked down over there, tries to flick the ball out in front of her, sends it over here towards Clodagh McGrath. Very influential in the first half for Sarsfields, not so much maybe in the second, as Niamh McGrath goes to ground. The referee says play on, and no free given there. Sarsfields calling for the free. Rachel Murray over there trying to get it across. She has support this side of the field. She gets it to Cora Kinney, Tara Kinney, and sends it forward. In around the danger zone it goes. Tapped out there by Roisin Black, playing at a kind of centre-back, full-back role now for Oranmore Maree in the second half. Sends a long ball up towards the centre-forward channel. Out they come for it, batting for possession. Maria Cooney gets a pull on it, only out as far as Sacramanian, who's beaten to it there, and Sarsfields just can't get their hands on it. They do now, as it's sent down the line here towards the wing forward, Clara Donoghue. Crossfield ball it goes, touchdown there by Cora Kinney. Kinney does well, but skipped forward there by Rachel Murray. The referee's going to stop play because we got an injury, a head injury to the Sarsfields player. 10.5 minutes have gone in the second half here. It's 2-6 to 1-7. Sarsfields are lining up Caoimhe Kelly, number 18, to come into the action. What a future star she is. As the change will be made by Michael Hopper McGrath and his backroom team. And I suppose if you talk about 15 against 15, but it really is a 20-player game anymore, and it's, you know, the bench now is very much as important as what's out there.
Oh yeah, especially with the intensity of Camogie now. You know, it takes an awful lot out of the girls, and if you're carrying any injury at all, I suppose as well, Tommy, on top of that, you know, you're not going to last the full hour. But you know, just before the game here, I did remark on the panel of players, both Oranmore Maree and Sarsfields have both over 30 players togged out. It's a huge achievement for the clubs, and you know, I suppose where Camogie is struggling in a lot of places to get a panel of players together, you know, it compliments, I suppose, to both sides there on their panel of players, and you know, it's all needed here today, I suppose, as well.
Absolutely. We'll say try and keep that away from the mic if we can. It's just, we're right bang centre in the middle of a very excited and animated crowd here in Duggan Park and Ballinasloe. Both sets of supporters wanting so much, I suppose, Imelda, for their team to win this today.
100%. You know, you look at Sarsfields there, you know, they've come a long way in the last couple of years, and their supporters here obviously want them to go on. And then you have Oranmore Maree, pipped at the post, if you could say, last year, you know, beaten by Sarsfields, didn't get a chance to get into the county final, and you know, you can see their hunger in them today, and they want it so bad as well. And that's the way we want it, I suppose, Tammy, as well. You know, we want these girls coming here and giving everything they have. Absolutely,
and there's no doubt about it, as Clara Donoghue comes off. She's coming off. She got the goal in the opening half as well, so she's played her part. Yeah. So she makes way for Caoimhe Kelly. So let's see what happens here. When play resumes, it will be a throw-in ball. 12.5 minutes gone in the second half, and it's a 2-point ball game. 2-6 for Sarsfields, 1-7 for Oranmore Maree, and absolutely nobody going to be leaving Duggan Park early today.
Good to see Cora Kinney up on her feet there now as well. You know, she did get a nice rattle. She was actually flung up in the air as well, so she probably hit the ground fairly hard coming down. It was just, I suppose, the speed of both players when they came into the tackle, but it's good to see her back up there and ready for play.
Referee throws the ball in amongst about 12 players, so best of luck with getting that out of there again, as we wait to see and observe as the referee does from a distance. But it's back on the Oranmore Maree side, picked up there by Maureen Kane, sent out to this side of the field, close to the sideline. Getting onto it there is the Joanne Daly, sends a lovely ball inside, might still work out for Sarah Spellman. She gets it back to Clodagh McGrath. Clodagh McGrath goes to ground, and that's going to be a free in. And I spoke about her a few minutes ago, about the tireless, you know, probably unmerited work that she does out there. It's not seen by a lot, but she's really stepped up in this county final this year.
Yeah, and in fairness, I suppose for her career, in both club and county. She's worked very, very hard, and that's what she does. She's always around the centre of the field, and I suppose she does a lot of the work that other players don't get involved in, and she's always the one that lays it out then to the oncoming players as they're coming up the field. And as you said, Tommy, she's having a great game there today.
Cliona Callahan's number 16 is going to come into the action for Sarsfields as well. Amy Conley, number 13, comes in for number 12, Sacramanian, on the Oranmore Maree side, as Siobhan McGrath stands over a free for Sarsfields to try and put 3 between the sides again. Strikes it in, up and over the bar. 2-7 to 1-7. Siobhan McGrath on form on the frees, just like Eilish O'Reilly for Oranmore Maree, and that has come in the 45th minute of the second half. So 2-7 to 1-7. Cliona Callahan comes in. Let's see who goes off. Maria Cooney has given 45 minutes of action, can't give any more. So Sarsfields is going to have to restructure defensively, and she'll get a round of applause going off as well, because I can imagine the recovery and recuperation since the injury in the semi-final hasn't been easy, as Maria Cooney gets a warm round of applause here in Duggan Park and Ballinasloe. Well, let's see what happens from the puck out. Picked out at the sky there brilliantly by the cornerback and got away there by Rachel Kelly. Good work here now to get it to Niamh McGrath. Sarsfields looking for another score that could put 2 between the sides. Siobhan McGrath looking for sister Niamh. Sees the shot blocked down by Roisin Black. Great work by the Galway girl. Gets it over the side of the field now towards the centre, as coming out to try to get to it there was Joanne Daly. Gets the stick in. Joanne Daly doing very well at wing back. Off it goes to Niamh McGrath. Niamh McGrath switches the point of attack down this side of the field. Coming out to get to it is Rachel Kelly, or there's the substitute, Cueva Kelly. Cueva Kelly with a shot from out the field on her introduction, sends it high and sends it up and over the bar. The number 18, Cueva Kelly, is it?
Yeah, what a great score, in fairness, and what a way I suppose to come on in the county final, get your first ball and send it over the bar. What a great score, and again I suppose it just shows you the panel of players that Sarsfields have.
What an introduction, as Imelda said, for number 18, Cueva Kelly, straight into the action. We told you she was a star of the future. She might be a star of a county final here now, but there's loads of space here now for Oranmore Maree. It's opened up big time here as they go on the attack, looking for a response to the last 2 scores. Are they thinking of goal here as the ball is dropped in towards Laura Glynn? Laura Glynn gathers it, however, and drives it out the far side of the field. Well spotted over there to Niamh McGrath. McGrath goes long this time, or tries to go long, sends it over. Brilliant delivery this side of the field towards Cora Kenny, who's been involved in an awful lot of what's good about Sarsfields today. Ball tipped inside but picked out back there. It's going to be a free out to Oranmore Maree, and that's a free out. 46 minutes gone in the game. 2-8 for Sarsfields. Oranmore Maree 1 goal and 7. The 2022 Galway Senior Camogie Championship final here in Duggan Park and Ballinasloe, sponsored by Windows and Roof Lights Limited, as we're going to have a stoppage and play now, as well as our programme goes flying to the ground here in Duggan Park. Back in the action, we have a bit of time to spare while attention goes to the Oranmore Maree player over there on the far side. We said the first half was intense and fast, and it's if you've got a bad heart, it's probably not the place to be with about 5 minutes to go here in Duggan Park.
Yeah, and in fairness, I suppose it's going score for score as well, each side here between Oranmore Maree and Sarsfields, and I suppose both teams want this so bad, and it is going to be, I suppose, like we keep saying, down to the wire. You can see, an opening coming here. If a goal comes away, that one of the teams in might pip forward, but at the moment it's very much point for point down to the wire.
Absolutely, and what's more is we will have added on time as well at the end of this, because we've had a couple of stoppages in the second half, and I'm sure referee Sean Burns is keeping tag on that as well. So
we have to remember as well, I suppose, Tommy, that Maria Cooney is going to be a big loss there for Sarsfields, and she, I suppose, in fairness, I'd say they were happy with the length of time she did last, because I don't think they were expecting that off Maria, but she's been doing a lot of sweeping there, so there's definitely going to be a gap there, I'd say, when Maria's gone.
Ball sent in over the top now. Dangerous ball here. Laura Ward comes out the full back. She does well and gets it out this side of the field for Sarsfields, but it's blocked up there. Joanne Daly going back to try to get to it. There's a heavy tackle coming in there, but play on, says the referee, as Oranmore Maree pick up the ball, drive forward. Rachel Hanfrey being put up under all sorts of pressure. Goes to ground, no free, says the referee. As again, the ball is won by Laura Ward and sent over the far side of the field. Sprint is on here between Rachel Murray and the Oranmore Maree defender. It's 2 against 1 over there now. 2 blue jerseys against 1 green, but that's great work by Rachel Murray over there to stand up and come out and win the ball as well. She's doing very well today at wing forward. looking to get the pass away and get it inside, this time towards Caoimhe Kelly. Kelly now trying to take on her marker, going forward. She's pulled to the ground, and that'll be a free in. And that's the type of danger that Caoimhe Kelly offers. She scored a point in her introduction, and she'd only one thing on her mind when she got that ball, and that was to drive forward, and she drew the foul straight away.
Yeah, and she's got the skill, she's got the speed, I suppose she's got the youth, and in fairness to her, like, she's very, very busy there, and that's going to be hard now on the Oranmore Maree's defence as well, to have some player like that's, I suppose, like you'd say in the old times, buzzing around and trying to stop them. But she's very, very impressive since she's come on.
All that started with Rachel Murray winning the ball she had no right to win on the far side. It gives Siobhan McGrath a chance to put another point on the board for Sarsfields. She make no mistake, 2-9 to 1-7. 5 points for Siobhan McGrath, and she fires that one with ease over the bar. The clock tells us we've about 10 minutes to go with 50 on the clock. Sarsfields have outscored Oranmore Maree by 4 points to 1 in the second half so far, as Niamh Hannafy now decides to go on a run towards the Sarsfields goal. She's been run about 50 metres. She's still going forward, flicks the ball across towards Ailish O'Reilly, and Ailish O'Reilly was trying to get on the end of that. There's two Oranmore Maree defenders or attackers free this side of the field as the ball is worked across towards Riley. Riley going to go for a score, takes the shot out to the right hand side, and wide it goes. If that pass had come in, I see Hopper down there, and he's urging on his troops like it was his first county final.
Oh yeah, I mean, as you can see, the hunger is so much there with Hopper, and he's been very disciplined actually today. He's not out in the pitch. he might have been warned, but yeah, you can see, as I said, the passion will never leave there.
2-9 for Sarsfields. Oranmore Maree 1-7. 10 minutes to go, plus additional time here. Loads of time left for either side.
Yeah, and I suppose you have to mention there, Ailish O'Reilly was in hard luck. When she had won the ball, I suppose she was kind of caught on her offside, and she was trying to get it over her shoulder over the bar. She took a good shot on it, and it just trickled wide. But those kind of scores, you would hope there wouldn't be one that they regret.
Yeah, and there you can see the intent now since Maria Cooney went off, that Oranmore Maree are going to try. They don't have the centre back in there that was there for 45 minutes, so now they're going to try and see can they target either channel and run direct at them and force Sarsfields maybe to give away a free. But Hannafy ran a long way that time and she was in on goal. But look, let's see what happens, because we've got just under 9 minutes to go here as that ball is blocked down on the far side of the field. It might break for Niamh Hannafy again. She's come more into it. She had been quite apart from the goal. Lovely little hand pass off now as Oranmore Maree go in search of a goal. Pass inside. This could be a shot here. Emer Donovan goes to ground. Is the referee going to give a free? No, it's given back. And the shot will come in along the ground in towards Laura Glynn, who manages to get to it. Half blocked down as the crowd stand up here. The shot come in, blocked down again. Brilliant work by the Sarsfields defence. Ball comes out towards Niamh McGrath. Niamh McGrath being shadowed there by three Oranmore Maree players. One of them is Ailish O'Reilly, and Ailish O'Reilly is fouled there by Niamh McGrath. The referee's going to talk to the Sarsfields captain. She's given away a free for a high challenge there with the hurley as Ailish O'Reilly stepped into her. So this will be a card probably for Niamh McGrath. We've got about 8 minutes or thereabouts of normal time to go. Niamh McGrath being spoken to by the referee Sean Burns, and it is a yellow card, I'd imagine, as Niamh McGrath walks away, not going to wait to see what colour it is. She probably knows already that it's going to be a yellow. So Ailish O'Reilly now with a chance to bring it back to a 4-point ball game. O'Reilly's free on 7 minutes into the second half. It's their only score the second half, so we might have been right in saying about the breeze as well, that it might have been as there's another injury inside in the this time it's the goalkeeper, I think, Laura Glynn. So
Laura Glynn is
Sarsfields can't afford to lose any more of their starting 15 really, because the pressure is on now, and it's what Oranmore Maree can bring to the table now. But they probably need this point from O'Reilly initially to get them back up and running.
Yeah, and in fairness, I suppose it will come down to, I suppose, who's the fittest and who wants this the most, because you can see some of the players are getting tired, some of the injuries are probably creeping back in. This is an opportunity now for Ailish O'Reilly, probably a little bit further out than she'd like, maybe that she's been taken all day, but well capable,
and I just imagine, even looking with 7 minutes to go on the clock, that there could be another 5 or 6 to go here. There's a long way to go in this game yet.
Yeah, we have had a lot of stoppage time. There's been a couple of injuries, some of them obviously more serious than others, but there's all stoppage time. So you could see this trickling over to a few more extra minutes.
Number 18 coming on for Oranmore Maree as well, Emily Gill, coming into the action. with 6.5 minutes to go on the clock. The attention still being given to the Sarsfields player inside. Remember, Sarsfields led by 2-5 to 1-6 at the break. Siobhan McGrath and Ailish O'Reilly swapping points at the start of the second before McGrath had 2 points either side of substitute Caoimhe Kelly's point on 45 minutes. That has us currently at 2-9 to 1-7. That should change, you'd imagine, as O'Reilly goes to strike this one. Puts it up and over the bar. 2-9 to 1-8 now. Ailish O'Reilly brings her tally to 6 points. And just over 6-5. Just about 6 minutes to go. As the ball is drilled forward in towards Siobhan McGrath, out in front of Roisin Black. Now this is a good battle here as Siobhan goes forward, looking for a point from score from play. Siobhan McGrath high, Siobhan McGrath up and over the bar.
Great score from Siobhan. And you could see, in fairness, once she won the ball, once she won possession of the ball, there was one thing in her head and one thing on it. She was going for her score.
Siobhan McGrath now has scored 6 points and also set up the goal as well for Sarsfields, pushing her up there for player of the match as well here in the county final, along with a number of other players in green jerseys and blue jerseys, because we were a long way to go. 2 goals and 10 points for Sarsfields, 1 goal and 8 points for Oranmore Maree. I make it just over 5 minutes to go plus the added on time here. Ailish O'Reilly will probably have to just be happy enough to put this one over the bar again and put 2 scores between the sides. 2-10 to 1-8. The free on the 45 metre line, straight in front of the goal, down to our left hand side. The sun beginning to fade a little here, but it stayed dry. It's been a beautiful day for this 2022 Galway Senior Camogie final. As she lifts and strikes it in towards the post. The umpire says it's happy enough to say that that's gone over the bar. 2-10 to 1-9. Ailish O'Reilly, another player who scored 7 points for her side. So the next couple of minutes, Imelda, crucial here for possession.
Oh yeah, 100%. And you know, as I said, it's score for score. You could see a goal. If a goal does come either way here, you could see that being the winning score.
Great work there by the corner forward, Cora Kenny, but she's lost possession. Oranmore Maree going to win a free around the middle of the field. And this suits Oranmore Maree. They keep tipping over points. Emer O'Donovan urging on her side out there. This long range free could put just the puck of the ball between the sides with 4 minutes to go plus added on time. Sarsfields want to bring in Ciara McGrath into the action. That'll have to wait as O'Donovan strikes this one in towards the post. Strikes it out to the left hand side and wide. How crucial could that one be? Harper wants to bring on a sub. Kevin Ward there with the hand up as well. They want Ciara McGrath into the action, and Ciara comes in wearing the white helmet. Who's gone off? We'll see in a moment. I think it's Cora Kinney that's going to come off as this side of the field. Sarsfields make another sub and bring in another young player.
Yeah, in fairness, Cora mustn't have recovered from that injury she got earlier on, because as I said, she did hit the ground quite hard. She had been playing very well and very much involved in this game, but you know, in fairness to her, she did get a nasty injury there, so I think they've decided to take her off for that.
The referee says it's over carrying, is it? Catching the ball 3 times, and that's going to be free for Sarsfields in the middle of the field. The wide from O'Donovan, the free given away. County finals can be won on such small margins.
Yeah, and I think it will come down, Tommy, very much on the discipline of the players here. And you know, as you said there, like, you know, you can, simple little things can happen, and you know, for the tiniest of margins it'll have an effect. So it's all about, I suppose, keeping their heads out here and keeping cool and just try and keep ticking over. But it's so close, I suppose, now, and you have to feel the tension rising. You can feel it here in the stand with the supporters, and you know, the players have to feel that out there. 2.5
minutes to go. It's Sarsfields 2-10, Oranmore Maree 1-9. We were promised a great final. You weren't disappointed. The ball comes into Shannon Corcoran, skips by her marker, her jersey's pulled, sends it in. Is the referee going to give advantage if this goes over the bar? It's hit high and it's hit up and over the bar. It's a super score. We'll get it on the far side. I think it's Caoimhe Kelly once again. Just keep a close eye on that, Imelda, because I think that could be Caoimhe Kelly substitute with her second point of the game, and that could be crucial. What a win by the wing forward over there. Shannon Corcoran had her jersey stretched to the limit, but she managed to put it up and over the bar. 2-11 to 1-9, and now you feel that Oranmore Maree probably need a goal if they're going to go on and overtake Sarsfields. Niamh McGrath comes out of it, tries to come out of it, get a hand pass away. I think she nearly took the jaw off one of the Oranmore Maree players there with the hand. Such as closeness and tightness in there of the group. 12, 13 players in there. There's not much room for error. A minute and a half to go in the 2022 Galway Senior Camogie final. Sarsfields 2-11, Oranmore Maree 1-9, and the ball is won there by Kate Gallagher. Up it goes to Siobhan McGrath. Siobhan McGrath now looking to work a pass somewhere along the line. She goes cross field towards Sarah Spellman. Spellman now to the centre forward channel. She has support. She doesn't want it. She wants to go for a score. Dropping in around the house towards the goalkeeper, Tara Holland, who decides to lob it out back out the field from whence it came. And trying to win it there is the Oranmore Maree defender. They have it. Now they need to work it forward. Great work coming out through the defence there. Ball flicked over the top towards Ailish O'Reilly. Their side trailing by 5 points. Ailish O'Reilly is going to be called back. The free will be given back out on the 45 metre line. It probably suits Sarsfields to go back for the free and let the free take from 45 metres out. We're in the final minute. We're waiting for the announcement on the PA system here from Christy Brown for the added on time. That will come. But right now, Imelda, with 40 seconds to go here, Sarsfields lead by 2-11 to 1-9 with a good amount of injury time to come, but they're in the right place. They're where they wanted to be.
Yeah, in fairness, and Ailish O'Reilly, they're very disappointed to be called back. I suppose the referee had given her advantage, I suppose, and she wasn't looking like she was going to get a score, so she probably should be happy with the point. But I suppose when you're on the run like that and going towards goal, she was disappointed. We can see how hard she's trying out there.
Ailish O'Reilly from out the field drives it in, drives it high and drives it out to the right hand side. 6 minutes, loads of time. We're going to head into that 6 minutes very shortly. This final is probably far from over. It's going to go to the wire here, 2-11 to 1-9. It'll give Imelda plenty more time to eye up the player of the match award here as the ball drops out in the middle of the field, picked up there by Oranmore Maree, trying to work her way forward. There was the centre half forward. She's fouled, and that's going to be a free in for Oranmore Maree. And they need to get this one registered. They need to get a score on the board. We're in that 6 added on minutes here. It's getting dark in Duggan Park and Ballinasloe, but I told you nobody's leaving, as the free will be taken now just outside the 45 metre line. Emer O'Donovan, the taker of all the long range frees for her side, stands over this one. Needs to get one back for Oranmore Maree, I imagine here. It's hit in high, out to the right hand side. Tried to get a touch on it, but it's gone wide. It's 2 wides in the last couple of moments from frees, and you can't really do that if you want to win county finals. You've got to be keeping the ball in play at least.
And you see, this is where I think it's going to come down to. It's who can handle the pressure more. Sarsfield probably have the greater advantage on that for the experience, so Oranmore just needs to keep their heads.
Yeah, it's Shannon Corcoran now on the ball on the far side of the field. She's set up a point a few moments ago. She's going to go for a score from way out the field, dropping in towards the goalkeeper. The referee's going to call it back for a tap on Shannon Corcoran, and Shannon Corcoran got a goal in the first half and got a point straight after the goal, as after winning 2 frees at a crucial stage of the game over there as well. And that full forward line of Shannon Corcoran, Siobhan McGrath, and now Caoimhe Kelly's in there. You just can't get them an ounce of space.
Oh yeah, and you see, and they're switching over and back as well. They're switching sides, it's making it very hard. And Oranmore Maree is supposed to keep an eye on them, but yeah, look at it. I think it's going to really depend on who's going to want this the most, but you can see Sarsfield's experience is beginning to show. They seem to be holding their heads more than Oranmore Maree.
Siobhan McGrath's effort this time goes out to the right hand side and wide, and we've 2 minutes nearly played of the 6 to be added on, with 4 more to go. 2-11 Sarsfields, Oranmore Maree 1-9, and Niamh Hannafy on a run on the far side of the field. Ball gone out over the sideline. It's going to be a sideline ball, or is it going to be a free? The referee is calling over a yellow card to Kate Gallagher, so it's a free in for Oranmore Maree. Siobhan McGrath questioning the linesman on the far side of the field, who is Gordon Duan. I think it is on the far side, or is he this side? So the free will be taken by Niamh Hannafy or Roisin Black on the far side. It's getting a little bit difficult to see the numbers now in the fading light here, as Black drives it in around the house. Dangerous ball touched out of there, out to Ailish O'Reilly. She'll have to go for goal here. She goes to ground. The referee says it's going to be a free in on the 21 metre line. Laura Ward going out to talk to the referee, Sean Burns. I'm not sure if they call that a talk or just have a quick word with him anyway. Not happy with that decision.
In fairness, she was pulled down. Laura Ward herself got a great flick out of the danger area, in fairness to her, but I think when Ailish O'Reilly went on to the ball, she was definitely pulled down, so I don't think there's any question on that.
We played 3 of the 6 added on minutes, and Oranmore Maree have a free on the edge of the D. Emer O'Donovan has got the instructions from the sideline. Is that to go for goal or to put it up and over the bar? This could be crucial as she lifts, strikes it low, it's touched on in there, comes off very close to the goal. Is it gone into the back of the net? It is. There's a flick in there somewhere for Oranmore Maree. They get the goal from the free. It's come in the 64th minute, so we got 2 more minutes to go. We don't know who got the goal, but it's registered on the scoreboard 2-11 to 2-9. It was very scrappy in there. So now we got about 2 minutes to go, and this is crucial now in this county final. Which way is it going to go? Ball breaks in the middle of the field. Niamh McGrath gets a touch on it, even though she wasn't on the she was on the ground. Tried to drive out with it there was Aisling Finn. Finn gets it off. Niamh McGrath puts the body on the line again, breaks inside, trying to get a hand in there was Sarah Spellman. It's all hands on deck now for both sides here as Niamh Hanafy picks it up and sends the ball in over the far side of the field towards the substitute Emily Gill. Gill now being put under loads of pressure by Siobhan McGrath. The ball in over the top. Who's back there? Clodagh McGrath's back there for Sarsfields. Clodagh does well to get it out towards the wing back Joanne Donnelly, and Donnelly is fouled, and that's going to be a sideline ball on the far side of the field to Sarsfields. I think the clock very much ticking down here, 1.5 minutes to go. It's 2-11 to 2-9. The crowd are on their feet on the stand. They're waiting to see what will be the outcome of this senior county final for 2022. The goal has given hope to Oranmore Maree. Niamh McGrath now with the sideline on the far side of the field. We'll be fast approaching the final minute here. I make it 64:51 gone on the clock. Remember, we were told we'd have at least 6 minutes as Niamh McGrath hits a fine sideline ball down the far side of the field, about 40 yards, but goes out over the sideline. It's at the right end of the field if you're from Sarsfields. We're in the final minute. Is there to be a final twist in the tail?
It's hard to know, I suppose the tension has really rose here now in Duggan Park, and Oranmore, I suppose, Maree are fighting to try and close that gap of that 2 points, and they're doing everything they can, but Sarsfields is also fighting back.
A super sideline ball finds Niamh Hanafy over on the far side of the field, stood up there by 4 or 5 Sarsfields players who give it away. It was given towards Siobhan McGrath. Oh, what a block down by Sarah Spellman. Brilliantly blocked down there. The clock ticking away into the final 30 seconds. Sarsfields lead by 2 points, 2-11 to 2-9, and the referee is giving the free in. There could still be time for Oranmore Maree. I'm not sure if there's going to be extra time here. I doubt it. If they could get 2 points somehow, the referee is going to bring it in another little bit further. I make it 10 seconds left in this. Is this ball going to be dropped in around the house by Roisin Black, or will she take the thing in? Lauren O'Dea, we believe, got the touch for the goal. Thanks to Darren for that one. As what happens here, Roisin Black being asked what to do. Is she going to drop it in around the house? The time is up. We're gone in over the time, and the ball will come in around the house. Touched in, touched out, and out to the left hand side and wide. That could be it. That could be the last chance for Oranmore Maree. Sarsfields are on the verge of winning 6 county finals out of 7. As the reigning All-Ireland champions have been put to the pin of the collar here in Duggan Park and Ballinasloe. But right now, we're gone 30 seconds over the time. Referee Sean Burns is the man that will decide. The whistle is in the mouth. Is he going to blow it up? The ball comes out this side of the field and it's all over. And Sarsfields celebrate another famous victory in the Galway Club Championship. But by God, they were put to the pin of their collar, as we said, Imelda. And you have to credit Oranmore Maree for coming to the final and giving everything they had to be on fire with the freeze towards the end there where they missed a couple. It could have been lucky, but they lose out in the end to a Sarsfields team who probably will go down in history as one of the best ever in Galway hurling. Yeah,
and I think the experience of Sarsfields, they said they seem to handle the pressure that little bit better than Oranmore Maree, but by God did Oranmore Maree give us some display here today. And it was just to the end a couple of frees that maybe went to begging on them, but I think in fairness they have to be heartbroken because I think they left it all on the field. I don't think there was any more they could give here today, and it's just, I suppose, disappointing for them just to be pipped at the post again.
Well, there's great celebrations out there with Sarsfields. I'm sure Maria Cooney will get out there at some stage. She didn't look too healthy coming off, but the fact that she played 45 minutes was crucial in Sarsfields' victory, Imelda.
Oh, 100%. We did, I suppose, doubt the decision of the management to start her because we did know she had picked up a serious injury, ankle injury, in the semi-final against Athenry. So you would be concerned when you seen her, I suppose, lining out. But she had a great game, and I felt that she probably was like a key player there today for Sarsfields, and she got the team settled in, and she did last so long. And in fairness to her, Tammy, though, she did go off hobbling, so she's going to need to get that ankle sorted out.
To Oranmore Maree, 2 years in a row to lose out I suppose when you're losing out to a team like Sarsfields, it says something, but nonetheless it doesn't make it any easier to take. They've lost 2 county finals in a row. They're young enough to come back again and have a go at Sarsfields next year. But like when you look at Sarsfields, we mentioned missing Orla McGrath, Erica Leslie, Maria Coney only good for 45 minutes. They're a serious bunch out there in Newen and Bullon, pulling from small resources, as we always said, and now they will go forward and represent Galway again as best they can in the All-Ireland series.
Yeah, in fairness, and just looking at an interview there that Niamh McGrath did there during the week, and that was one of the things that I suppose that she was admiring or whatever in the club, was the younger players and how they were developing, and you can see the quality of the players that come on today there from Sarsfields, and it's just, I suppose, a constant credit to the club and the building that they're doing with the younger players. And you can see when you see them coming on, I suppose, onto the senior team here, it's a great achievement for the club indeed.
Well, it's finished here in a win again for Sarsfields. They hold on to their title. They're All-Ireland champions. They've beaten Oranmore Maree by 2 points in the end after a thrilling county final here. I hope you've enjoyed it just as much as the big crowd has here. And we have in Duggan Park and Ballinasloe 2-11 for Sarsfields. Oranmore Maree 2 goals and 9. The goals coming in the first half, where Sarsfields led by 2-5 to 1-6. But a good start to the second half for Sarsfields meant Oranmore Maree were always struggling to catch up in the end. Just came up, ran out of time despite 6 minutes of added time at the end. That's it. We're going to leave you from Duggan Park and Ballinasloe. The final scoreline again, as I thank Imelda Hobbins on co-commentary once again for her wonderful work here in Duggan Park and Ballinasloe. It's finished. First win for Sarsfields. Sarsfields 2 goals and 11 points. Oranmore Maree 2 goals and 9.